Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. Psalm 139 is one of my most favorite psalms. It really shows what a wonderful relationship we have with God, and it really shows also how much better our relationship with God is than the relationships we form here on earth, however wonderful they may be. In the first section, in verses 1 through 6, we see that God's knowledge of us makes his relationship with us all the more sweeter. It says, "O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know when I sit down and when I rise up. You understand my thought from afar. You scrutinize my path and my lying down, and are intimately acquainted with all my ways. Even before there is a word on my tongue, behold, O Lord, you know it all. You have enclosed me behind and before, and laid your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is too high. I cannot attain to it." So God's knowledge of us makes his relationship with us very valuable. One of the things that is lacking in our relationships with others here on this earth is their lack of knowledge of us. No matter how well you get to know someone, no matter how well they get to know you, we just don't understand each other on the same level that God understands us. We don't even understand ourselves in the way that God understands us. And one of the things that oftentimes is lacking in relationships in this world is the fact that people don't always know exactly what we're going through. We might try to explain it the best that we can. They might try to understand it the best they can. But in the end, there's a limit to how much another individual can really understand what we're going through. And this is true whether we're talking about the hard times, the difficult times in life, or the good times. Words can't express oftentimes the experiences that we're going through and the emotions that we're feeling. But God understands it all. And so when we go to him in prayer, when we walk with him in communion, we know that we are connecting to a being who understands it all, who understands us and what we're going through a lot more than we do, so much more than we do. And so that makes our relationship with him that much more valuable than the relationships here on this earth. And then his nearness to us, or his presence with us at all times. In verses 7 through 12, it says, "Where can I go from your spirit, or where can I flee from your presence? If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, behold, you are there. If I take the wings of the dawn, if I dwell in the remotest part of the sea, even there your hand will lead me, and your right hand will lay hold of me. If I say, surely the darkness will overwhelm me, and the light around me will be night. Even the darkness is not dark to you, and the night is as bright as the day. Darkness and light are alike to you." His nearness to us, his presence that is always there, no matter where we go, no matter what we experience. If we go to the highest heaven, if we go down to the depths, if we sail on the wings, if we go to the most remotest parts of the sea, he's there. And if we experience even the darkness, times in which other people can't see us, God sees what we're going through, and he's there with us. And so this is something that other people are limited with. Other people can't be with us all the time. Friends that we have, relatives that we have, even though we might value their relationship, our relationship with them, they can't always be there with us because they're limited by location, by situations that might hinder them. We definitely know that death will one day separate us to where we won't be able to enjoy each other's presence, but not so with God. No matter what we're going through, no matter where we are, his presence is always with us, and we can always speak to him. We can always draw close to him. We can always be reassured that he's there walking along beside us. And that makes his relationship so much greater than the relationships that we have with people. And then his history with us. One of the things that we value in a relationship is the history that we have. Some of the closest friends are those who grew up together and had the same experiences, shared the same experiences. That's why siblings sometimes can have the strongest relationships in adulthood, because they have a lot of history and a lot of things to share. And the more we build history with another individual, the more stronger the relationship becomes. But with God, he was there with us all the way, even before anyone else knew us, even when we were in the mother's womb. It says in verses 13 through 16, you formed my inward parts, you wove me in my mother's womb. I will give thanks to you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, and my soul knows it very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in secret and skillfully wrought in the depths of the earth. Your eyes have seen my unformed substance, and in your book were written the days that were ordained for me, when as yet there was not one of them. So we could actually go even before the mother's womb, even before we were conceived. God knew about us. And so because we have this history with him, and because he has this history with us, God has always been there, whether we recognized it or not, whether we had come to the knowledge of his presence with us. He has always been there. And so he knows our history better than we do. And therefore, his relationship with us can be very, very strong. But then also his thoughts towards us are great. One thing that is always encouraging when you know someone's thinking about you, I don't know if you've ever gotten a card in the mail where maybe it didn't say too much, maybe it just said that, hey, sorry what you're going through, we're thinking about you, or maybe just a birthday card, and you knew that person had at least given enough thought to send you a card. It's always encouraging to know someone's thinking about you. Well, this psalm tells us that God is always thinking about us. In verses 17 and 18, it says, how precious also are your thoughts to me, O God. How vast is the sum of them. If I should count them, they would outnumber the sand. When I awake, I am still with you. So God is always thinking about us. He has so many thoughts towards us. You can't even count them all. They outnumber the sand. And even though we might go days, maybe we go weeks, sometimes not really thinking about the Lord, he's always thinking about us. We're always on his mind. As the song goes. And so we can rest assured knowing that God is thinking about us. He's considering us. He knows what we're going through. He's with us with his presence. He understands our history, and he's thinking about us at all times. And that makes our relationship with him extremely valuable. And what that teaches us is that we should draw close to him and value our relationship with him above every other relationship. And each and every day, and each and every moment, draw close to him in prayer and worship and love and devotion, and cultivate that relationship with him, and recognize just how strong a relationship like that can be, and to understand too that relationship will help us not only in this life, but it will continue on through eternity, a relationship that we can have forever. So let's be encouraged to draw near to the Lord today, to cultivate our relationship with him as we read Psalm 139. So with that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.